So I'm just going to go over some basic information about the department. We have 12 sports here. And one of the things that I think is so great about our department is that all of our sports are really supportive of each other. On the women's side, we have basketball, cross country, soccer, softball, tennis, and volleyball. And on the men's side, we have baseball, basketball, cross country, soccer, tennis, and volleyball. And all of our coaches' respective email addresses are listed up there in this thing. So when I got here now almost 6 years ago, this will be starting year 6 in September, we were an all-women's college that had about 50 athletes total in the entire department. And what I kind of want to talk to you guys about today is the growth of the department over the last 5 years. It's been pretty incredible because we went from 50 athletes in 2015 and we were at 196 athletes this past year in 2020. So in 5 years, we've multiplied our athletic department by 4 times. Julene, our athletic director, she played college basketball at a tiny little college in Nebraska. And she went from there to being on the United States Olympic team in 1976 and eventually was in the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in the year 2000. So she's the real deal. She knows what it takes to go from being at a small school to getting to fulfill your dreams. She knows what it takes academically, and she's got the vision to continue to lead us in that direction, and it's been pretty phenomenal. What our department and our school does a little bit differently than a lot of other colleges. All right. So we offer strength conditioning sessions in the fall and the spring for any of our student athletes. It's run once a day. Either one of the coaches will do it, or we'll have somebody from the outside come in and talk and do strength conditioning stuff. We travel on charter buses with meal stipends everywhere we go. So, we're not taking school buses. And since you're going to be missing a meal in the dining hall, you'll get some money that day in order to buy food. Like a lot of other schools would just say like, oh, you're getting pizza today and that's it. Or you're getting a takeout meal and you're not getting anything else. The nice thing about CSC is that we're giving you guys a little bit of money to make sure that you can buy, a decent meal when you're traveling for 6 hours during the day because you have a game or something like that. We're big on putting the student athletes first. Whenever we're in any of our athletic department meetings, we'll all sit down and say, what's best for our student athletes? And the way we can do that is try to make things a little bit better. The men's basketball team played at the Barclays Center this last year. Our tennis team, our baseball team, our softball teams, they'll practice at indoor facilities locally when we need to. Both baseball and softball last year went on spring break in Myrtle Beach, and the year before that, they went to Florida. So we're trying to do anything possible to make it a little bit different. We've played Division I of games to make it try to feel a little bit bigger. And I think that's a really good part about our department is that we're always thinking about how can we make this better? How can we be a little bit different from a lot of other schools? And then one of the best things we do is we bring in a motivational speaker twice a year to kind of talk to all of our student athletes. It could be about mental health. It could be about motivation. It can be about inclusion. Like we've had a bunch of different people come by to kind of rally the troops to show us, a different side of things outside of just your coaches talking to you every single day. I always think about why CSE. Like all of you guys are sitting there and you're trying to make your college decision, and why would you choose to come here, right? Like what makes us a little bit different or a little better or a better fit? And here's what I think, okay? I really believe we're a family here. Now, every school and every program will say that. If you've ever talked to a coach, the first thing they're going to say is, we want to be a family, and that's so true. But it's more than just talking about that. You have to actually be there and do it. So we have this thing at the school called a one team game, where one game that each program picks is that the entire athletic department comes to it. So that might not be a big deal for a basketball game, say, when there's usually 200, 300 people at a basketball game and you're getting close to sellouts. But for the softball game that only has 50 seats, when we bring 200 students to the softball game, that's pretty impactful, and it really makes you feel like you're part of something bigger than yourself. We have unbelievable connection and communication with academics. Every time that you screw up in the classroom, meaning you're missing too many classes, you flunked a test, you're struggling about something, we don't get a, hey, let's punish this kid email. It's, hey, this person's struggling. We need to find a way to help them. If you just go to class and you do what you're supposed to do and you hand your work in, you're going to graduate here in 4 years. Okay. Not like 5 or 6 years, but you're going to do it in 4 years, and not all schools can say that. And the big reason for that is because there's very few distractions here. I tell everybody, if you choose to come to the College of St. Elizabeth, you should come here for two reasons, and that's ball and books. If you're looking to just concentrate on being the best athlete that you can be and getting your college degree and having a really good experience in both of those things, I think we're an awesome place for that. The last thing I'll kind of talk about is just our vision for the future. We need to continue to grow. Just like I say, we went from 50 student athletes to 200 student athletes. Like, I think we could really, with our 12 sports programs, we can get closer to 250, 300 student athletes. And when you have 300 student athletes in a school that has about 600 kids total, okay, because we're really small classrooms, all that stuff, it equals power, and power in a good way, where like your voices are heard. So if you don't like something in the dining hall and you approach it the right way, it gets changed. If you don't like something that's going on in the athletic department and you approach it in the right way, we can change that. And the more numbers you have, the more power you have. So we're going to continue to grow. And the other thing that we're going to see for the future is that we're going to do everything possible to start sports on time, play in the fall, and continue to go as normal as long as the NCAA and the state of New Jersey allows us to do so.
I'm going to talk to you about being an athlete at the college, because I actually went to the college. I want to go with one thing with what Tom was saying, is being an athlete here at the college. This is a difference. In big ones, this is why I chose also a smaller college. When I chose college 20 plus years ago, this one I was not a number. I had a name. I played tennis at the college. Even my classes, I was not a number. I had a name. And I like where Tom just said that you have a sense of belonging. You also, this is a family. This is a group. It grows, and it is growing.
Bottom line about our department, before I get into my spiel, is our school is a family. And, you know, I believe that. I've been a lot of different places. I've been the head coach now in 2 different places. And our school is unique because you are a name, you're not a number, and everybody knows who you are. People know that you're an athlete, and with that being said, you have to carry yourself in a very respectful way. And we're the lifeblood of the school. And a lot of bigger schools, that's not the case. You know, we always talk about holistic development, and I really think that's important, that you understand you're going to get an education, and you're going to get a chance to compete at a level and be able to carve your own way out of that. What you put in is what you're going to get. And I think all of you should come to be part of our program and our family.